If all you do is talk about sex, you'll attract someone that's good at sex. Not good at being a wife. Not good at being a girlfriend. Not good at being a partner. If that's all you talk about. So you can't say an all-inclusive statement, women are bad. Or men are bad. You have to know the persona you sending out and fall secure in it. I am this, I am that. Who are you? Because outside of your sexuality, you should have identity. Your sexuality shouldn't be oozing all. You shouldn't have to wear see-through stuff all the time. And there isn't a such thing as attire for the bedroom. You want to make sure the persona that you're sending out to the world, to the community, to those that are on your IG page, to those that are on your Twitter page, to those that are on your Facebook page, is exactly the persona that you want received from someone that you want to connect with. Because at the end of the day, when your heart is damaged or you're at a cold place where you think those that you're attracted to is only in it for sex, it's all your responsibility to tend to you, and you can blame no one else. You have to take ownership. Even the worst of relationships, you have to take ownership of your responsibility in order to heal. And that's a whole nother podcast. So under this, I did want to define two main things. I wanted to define appeal and chemistry. Appeal. Someone might appeal to you. They might tweak your interests. You're attracted to them. They might appeal to you. After they appeal to you, you still are responsible for the frequency that you send out to them. So if you send out sexually, you'll get sexually. So you got to be mindful of that. Whether you're a guy or girl. And then after appeal is chemistry. There is a difference. It's a lot of people you can appeal, like watching TV, looking on IG. A lot of people might tweak your interest, but that don't mean you have chemistry. That don't mean you're supposed to dive completely in and connect with that person. You need to control yourself, control your hormones, your emotions, and be a good steward of yourself. Because as you do that, you start functioning in the world in a healthy way. You're clearly understood. And people that you connect with, you understand. You send out chaos, you sometimes get chaos. And you have to be able to know the difference of these different terms. And it doesn't make you inadequate, immature, juvenile, because you don't. Because we all grow. We all grow. We all grow into connecting effectively and healthy. We all grow. And as we grow, we are able to connect with people better. Everybody has that moment in their life or that phase in their life where they did juvenile things. But just like your body matures, you should mature. You really should. It's not corny to be connected to your emotions and know what you want and like and how you want to be perceived from others. And you don't have to be this deep philosophical person to have a nice conversation. Because that don't have to be everybody twist. It's just about being you and knowing your identity in you, your uniqueness. You could walk in a crowd of people and you could find a lot of people that tweak your interests and you're attracted to and they appeal to you. But that don't mean it's chemistry. Chemistry is something that is triggered. Chemistry is something that you feel when you connect with a particular person. And that person has no exact color or shape. And it could vary. Sometimes you can have chemistry with the weirdest person. Sometimes you can have chemistry with somebody that you think was out of your league. But it's chemistry. And so, knowing these terms is very important after knowing your sexuality and your identity. Regardless what your preference is, might I stress, you still have to know who you are and what you want to project to others, your persona. Because you could sell yourself cheap and be looking for $1 million connection. And the person could walk away or get up and say, I thought that's all you wanted. I thought that's all you was about because that's all you advertised. So, have emotional management when it comes to connecting with others. Have emotional management once you find out your sexual preference. It doesn't have to be an all-encompassing thing. Well, I like men. Well, I like females. I want it to be seen and known. Not necessarily. You don't have to do that if that's not you. If that's you, aside from your sexuality, and that's just your personality, and you're just an extrovert, you're very expressive when you talk and when you act in this world, then that's different. Either way, whether you're introvert or extrovert, whether you're expressive or a little more reserved, be intentional about how you connect with people. Be intentional about what you put up on your IG. Be intentional about what you put up on your Facebook. Because at the end of the day, if it's taken further than what you thought it should be taken, you can only blame yourself. You are responsible. Nobody puts a gun to your head and tell you, oh, you got to connect with this person sexual, and so you sleep with them. Be mindful. Don't get caught up in the pornography world and thinking sex sells, and so you have to exploit yourself. Sex will sell. Trust and believe. Your numbers will go up. Your likes will be in, whether you're a guy or girl. However, in the process, if you're selling your soul and you lose self, because at times people think selling your soul is this horrific experience and it looks like a horror movie. But selling your soul is just a matter of losing self. You're no longer the unique individual that you were wired to be. You're gone with the wind. So I send this out with love. You can inbox me. You can call me. You can text me with clarity. For clarity on any situation. I'm here. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I am here to help. And you need to know this. This goes beyond a podcast. This is my passion. This is what I'm wired to do. I love helping people have emotional management. I love having people be emotionally well and mentally well. Because other things lapse when you have experiences that you don't understand. You walking around depressed because you've been used physically. However, when you look at the root of so many men that you've been sleeping with, or so many women that you've been sleeping with, when you look at the root resided in attention, and you got just that. Did you want just that? Probably not. Yet you still sent out just that into the world. And that's what I mean by be mindful. Be mindful of what you're sending out. Because your heart, as tough as you try to act, for women that try to be men, your heart is still fragile. And you have to take ownership. Once you take ownership, you could be better. And I say this because perfection is not a concept that be fulfilled. It can't be. It's a man-made hallucination. Because no one on this earth can reach a level of perfection. And when you realize that, you're relieved. You stop holding these false expectations on yourself to be something that you're not. Walking a tightrope and putting strain on your life that is unnecessary. You begin to walk in freedom, walk in you. Walk into that person and make mistakes and oops and juvenile experiences. And then you grow from it. You grow from it. It's a process for everyone. And no one can say, oh, by this certain age, you should be this. And by this certain... Everybody's journey is different. Just like everybody's experiences is different. Some people grew up in a 2-parent home. Some people didn't grow up in a 2-parent home. Some people grew up with just their mom. Some people just grew up with just their dad. With that in mind, you have to tend to people accordingly. And when certain things are not addressed, certain things come out. You ooze and you leak with issues, whether you want to face them or not. And if you hear enough people saying the same thing, you need to take notice of it and say, this is something I need to take under check and get better at. This sexuality topic is a heavy topic. It's a very racy topic because it could dive into so many different things. So many other emotions pull out of this topic when you don't know the difference between sexuality and identity, because you find yourself at a place where you're lost and in despair because you thought if you